Oh my god. Are you gonna finish Baldi's Basics at some point? Dude, every time I try and play that game, something comes up. That's the third time it's happened. I have not been able to finish that game because every time I play it, something else comes up. My sister makes candles and has a candle business. She makes one that smells like books and it's still in stock. I would buy that, but I'm not really a candle guy. I'm not really a candle guy. But yeah. I didn't grow up watching MatPat, never knew who he was, but I can't believe he has so many people's childhoods. Yeah. Yep. Dad, what's your favorite thing in life? Book smells. The smell of books. I'm going to sit in a forest one day and I'm going to sniff books. Roblox uploaded a short. Let me see. Roblox YouTube channel. Oh, man, dude. Oh, they did. What is this? Tick tock, tick tock. The hunt. 1 week to go. Yippee! Oh man, Dad, why am I alive? Son, to smell books at the book fair. What day are you going to WrestleMania? I will be there both days. Oh man. So if you see me, I will be wearing what you probably expect me to wear and look like. So if you see me, feel free to say hi. Wait, what is this? Someone new leak? New Roblox egg hunt leak? No. No. Okay. Oh man, when will I stream with iShow Speed again? Watching a reaction to Speed swearing was funny. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. My timer's fast. I'm sorry. My timer is actually a little bit fast right now. I'm so sorry. Can I say happy birthday, Sydney? Happy birthday, Sydney. You're gonna wear a suit at WrestleMania? No, I'm wearing my red flannel, white t-shirt, blue jeans, hat. You know how it is. You know how it is. Creep, when I was little, I literally made a book perfume. How do you do that? Yeah, I gotta add 10 minutes. Hold on, let me add 10 minutes. What's this button do? Okay, hold on. So we got. I'll just put 10 minutes. I'll just put 10 minutes on the clock. There we go. Okay, that's accurate enough. Oh man. What do you think about driving 40 over the speed limit in a school zone? Oh, do it all the time. That's called getting arrested right there is what that is. Oh, man. I'm curious to see what MatPat does next, though, you know? Like, what does he do next? Where does he go? Where does he go from here? Maybe one day he'll return, you know? A lot of questions. How do you feel that 2017 was 7 years ago? No, it's not. 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23. (2017) was 7 years ago? Chat, I'm gonna be honest. I might be in a retirement home soon. That's crazy. Oh my god, I'm getting old. Oh my god. 2010 is gonna be 14 this year. Oh my god. Guys, spoiler alert. Oh my god. Oh jeez, dude. I hope it's a remake of that one video that we saw that we're not gonna talk about. Oh my god. What are you gonna do for Mario Day tomorrow? Oh, yeah, tomorrow is Mario Day. That's true. Yeah, 310. I don't know. Wait, is it tomorrow or is it the 14th? Is it tomorrow? It might be tomorrow. You just play God of War? I play God of War. Name a game, I've probably played it. What's my favorite book of all time? Probably Lord of the Rings. Or yeah, I'll go with that. If you found a genie lamp that has 3 wishes, what would they be? If you found a genie lamp that has 3 wishes, what would they be? If you found a genie lamp with 3 wishes, what would they be? I'd have to really think about that. I would say, so like most people would probably say like infinite money, but I feel like you could word that in a way that would, it's like instead of saying infinite money, you could just say like, I wish that anytime I want something, I immediately have it. Boom. There you go. Now you have infinite money, infinite food, you have infinite anything you want. Right? And at that point, you don't really need the other three wishes. You know? Oh man. The Dragon Ball creator died. That was actually really sad. I grew up watching that. So, that was like really unexpected because he wasn't even that old. He was like 60, 64, something like that. Somewhere in there. How old was he? Let me look. Dragon Ball creator. I think he was 64. He was 68. Yeah. That's crazy. 68. Did you watch? I did watch the Pet Scott theory videos. Yeah. A random guy at the Valentine's Day. Here's a pretty flower that smells really nice. It smells like a nice book. Oh man. MatPat's doing a fashion video. Yeah. Man, this is like so surreal for me. It's like a lot of YouTubers are like retired in quotation marks. Like Markiplier, you could argue, is like kind of retired, right? But like they still upload videos. So this is like kind of like surreal, you know? An egg just got leaked on Roblox, did it? Man. Check your closet? What's that mean? You can come to our Scholastic book fairs and just say you're our grandpa. Wow, dude. Yeah, I know. In the description, it says join the hunt. We're definitely going to do that. That's going to be a fun thing. We'll see what it is, and we'll do that. It'll be fun. Why is everyone retiring? I mean, people get old, you know? People get, well, I mean, MatPat's not old. He's 37. That's not that old. That's not that old. But, you know, in terms of like YouTuber years, I guess it's up there. Everyone's growing up. Yeah. If you were able to save one YouTuber, who would it be? What do you mean save one YouTuber? What do you mean? Creekout has been looking at this one book. One time he did it for a full hour. Dude, I have a question when it comes to books. Do you guys prefer hardback books or like soft cover books? Or do you prefer reading books on like a tablet or Nook or something? I sing a song from MatPat to commemorate his I'll check it out, man. I'll check it out. Hardback. I prefer hardback by far. I don't know what it is. I like hardcover. It's very hard for me to read a book on like my phone or a Nook or something. Like I like flipping it, you know? Yeah, hardcover. I see a few people saying paperback. Yeah. You read the cat. Wait. Okay, wait, hold on. I do want to ask this. So, whenever I watch a TV show or movie, or really anything, I always turn the captions on every time. Like, I cannot watch a movie or a TV show if the captions aren't on. Like, I want to be able to read what they're saying as they're saying it. I'm actually kind of curious if you guys are the same way. I'm actually kind of curious if you guys are the same way. Let me do a poll. Do you watch movies, TV shows with captions? Yes, no. I'm kind of curious if you guys are the same way. Like, most older people, when I say that, it blows their mind. But normally, whenever I talk to someone that's also around the same age as me, it's like, yeah, why wouldn't you watch it with captions? 65% watch it with captions. Okay. Yeah, I think it's mostly because like a lot of TV shows and movies, they just have like really bad, like, unless you're watching it at a movie theater, it's really hard to hear what people are saying sometimes. I hate captions. I will not watch something unless it has captions. Like if I'm watching a movie, it's gotta like put the captions on. Because I don't know. Sometimes like the sound mixing is just really bad and it's hard to you know, hear. Are you gonna stream the Doors Floor 2 update? We don't know when the Doors Floor 2 update is, but I'll be streaming it. There is a April Fool's update in 2 weeks, but we don't know when the actual like, you know, Floor 2 comes out. Have I played Counterblocks and Roblox? A long time ago. Long time ago. Live reacting to live. Yeah, I guess so, man. I was gonna be live during this time anyway, and it's just like it'd be like the whole like the conversation would yeah. we're gonna watch it live. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. Oh my god. All right. Oh man. Dude, I wish I had the jacket. Man. Oh my god, I'm already gonna cry, dude. Man. Man, dude. Jeez. I hope I'm not like the only one crying, man. Like it's so surreal. What time? I mean, it's like this is it, the final theory. Here, let me put a link. Let me put a link to the actual thing here. There's the actual video. Be sure to pull up the actual video too. There you go. There it is right there. It's at the top of the chat. That should be the right one. Yeah, that's the right one. There it is. Okay. All right. Bro, there's 100,000. Dude, this is like jeez, dude. Man. Jeez. Oh god, man. Ugh. It is kind of crazy to think like without like MatPat and like FNAF, Piggy may have not even been a thing. If Piggy wasn't even a thing, I may not even be a thing. You know, it's just like it's man. I know in the description it says join the hunt. I'm excited to see what that is. I hope it is like a little like mini egg hunt thing. We're definitely gonna do that. I live really close to you, Dior. I've never met MatPat IRL. We were in the same room last year at VidCon, but I was too nervous to say hi. But this year, like, I gotta do it this year, you know? Because, like, if I don't, like, that may be my only chance, you know? To, like, get a picture with him. What's your favorite Piggy chapter? Scholastic Book Fair. Man. MatPat was at VidCon. He's going to be at VidCon this year. He's going this year. He will be there again. Yeah. I don't know if like he's just always going to be at VidCon, but he will be there this year. I think it's at the end of like June. It's almost time. I know. I did read the description. I'm curious what the hunt is. Yeah. I'm curious what it is. Read the entire description. There's like a spoiler thing down there. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not going to click the spoiler thing because like I want to actually do it, you know? I want to like actually do it. What was the best?
There's definitely only one goat, and there's only one biscuit for your biscuit bread, and one person to tell you about it.
Like
Me,
overhaul one.
Trevor McDonald.
Actually, it's Sir Trevor
Probably
McDonald.
that one.
And I'll take it from here.
Yes, that's spoilers. I don't want to scroll at the bottom.
Original.
I don't want to spoil. I don't want to scroll all the way down.
We love glasses. Contacts are great too. If you like to change your style, looks looking good.
Load it up on
You have
here.
kids that like to,
That
well,
way you
be
get-
kids. You tend to get steamy. And, get steamy. Click to find out more.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, where that is the last time that I'll be saying those words officially on this channel. Loyal theorists, how do you say goodbye? 13 years ago, I made you this promise.
You want to know more about the games you love without having to put in any work of your own? Well, now you can play and learn. That's right, Weboverse. We have created Game Theory, gaming's tangential learning experience.
Well, Weboverse, here we are today, 3,000 videos of tangential learning later. How do you sum all that up? I already got super weepy in the last of these things, so probably shouldn't do that again. It'd be redundant and probably not great for the tech equipment. We've also spent the last 10 weeks together knowing that this day was going to come, right? So I really feel like I've gotten a farewell tour. I buried hatchets, I've rekindled friendships. I made sweeping videos about the state of online entertainment. I fired some tanks. That was legitimately very cool. I honored my heritage. I made Disney mad at me one final time, which, you know, felt appropriate. Got some new grip and just in general, then ran my way through all the things that were left in my content creator bucket. So then I ask, how do you say goodbye? First, it's probably most important to remind you that it's not officially goodbye, right? not like I'm dying or anything. It's more of a see you later. I'm still going to be doing plenty of stuff. Like, I'm already booked to do the fashion show on Style Theory later this year. So I'm still going to be here on the couch for GT Live. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to be giving a speech over at PAX. I was recently in a kill count. Heck, I'm already slated to do the Jacksepticeye podcast, the Ludwig podcast. There's a collaboration I'm doing with Shade Fearless Productions. There's the FNAF musical over on Random Encounters. Like, I will be doing a lot, and you will probably be sick of me doing all these things on everyone else's channels. But if you want to stay in touch with me, there are actually two ways that you can do it. Normally, I'd say something like, oh, you can follow me on Twitter, but we all know that there's like a grand total of 0 people who want to be over on that platform. So instead, I decided to make you this. A mysterious website named where'smatpat.com. This is going to be a place that I update every once in a while when I have news about some project that's coming up, or, you know, a mystery that you're going to have to solve by digging through the source code. Yeah, yes, it's a ripoff of ScottGames.com. No, I don't feel bad about that because he stole enough of my ideas over the years. He kind of owes me one. Editor should drop on some deal with its sunglasses in this moment. Yeah. That's a good one. Once you're there, make sure you sign up via email. Don't worry, I'm not going to be spamming you with updates or anything. It'll be more like a MatPat newsletter, or maybe a Christmas card that you get every once in a while with a funny update, or maybe we could chat about a favorite movie or something. I'll send over the occasional video that I'm just inspired to make. Who knows? Basically, this is just meant to be a way to let you all know what I'm up to directly in a way that isn't going to be subject to filtering algorithms, you know? And to kick things off this week, I'll be selecting 100 random emails that sign up to get personalized letters. And from that point forward, once or twice a week, I'll continue pulling a handful of emails to send personal notes to. It'll be a fun way to stay in touch. Long story short, make sure you bookmark it since you never know what might happen over there. But, all right, enough stalling. Back to the question at hand. How do you say goodbye? Well, I think you honestly have to end it all where it began. This title, A Game Theory about game theory. Did you know that game theory isn't just a nerdy YouTube show? It's also a nerdy economics concept. If that's news to you, I honestly can't blame you. At this point, we've created enough confusion online that apparently we've merited our own disambiguation tag on Wikipedia for game theory searches. In all seriousness, for the first 5 years of the show, I received so many tweets from people who were mid-year in their economics courses, screenshotting their textbooks, freaking out when they got to the episode on game. It's not an episode, it's a chapter. When they got to the chapter on game theory, being like, oh my gosh, dude, did you know that you were in this thing? And yeah, we definitely did. The pun, believe it or not, was intentional. In fact, Steph and I knew from the very beginning that it was likely that the final episode of Game Theory was going to be about game theory. Why? Well, because game theory, it's everywhere. You can't escape it. If you've ever seen the movie Love Actually, there's actually this opening monologue in it that goes a little something like this.
We live in a world of hatred and greed, but I don't see that. Seems to me that love is everywhere. If you look for it, you'll find that love actually is all around.
Now you just got to replace the word love with game theory, and you basically got it.
We live in a world of hatred and greed, but I don't see that. Seems to me that
game theory
is everywhere. If you look for it, you'll find that
game theory
actually is all around.
Huh. Who would have suspected that English acting megastar and recent Oompa Loompa Hugh Grant would be making a guest appearance in my final episode? Truly, we have spared no expense for this one. And not only is game theory just everywhere, it also holds the secret to winning everything forever. Yeah, I know, right? That is a huge claim to make. Clearly, I was saving all my biggest secrets for the grand finale. So, you know what? Let's not beat around the bush anymore, my friends. Let's make you masters of the universe and reveal how, whether you like it or not, you all are theorists for life. Come on, this way. Yeah. We're moving off the couch this time. That's how you know it's a big deal. Let's go. At its core, game theory is the science of strategy. So we gamers, we understand strategy, but what exactly is game theory specifically? Well, to understand that, you have to go back to the original game theorist, not me, this guy right here. He might not have himself the red leather jackets or the cool diamond play buttons, but I'll tell you what he does have, a crater on the moon named after himself, so I'll let you decide who has the bigger flex there. This guy right here, he is mathematician John von Neumann, and he was everywhere back in the day. And I do mean everywhere. Like, this guy was a key player in the invention of the digital computer. He helped with the discovery of the structure of DNA, even the creation of key components for Oppenheimer's Manhattan Project. You know, the Christopher Nolan movie where big things go big booms. But perhaps his biggest claim to fame was game theory. The idea that in any situation where there are two or more people, or players in this case, you can model model out a game that'll help you find the best outcome. Have you ever played rock, paper, scissors and thrown out rock as the first hand because you know statistically most people choose their first move to be scissors? Or maybe you picked paper because the last 3 moves have been rock and they're obviously going to be throwing rock again. Well, congratulations, that is game theory in action. And he got a Medal of Freedom for that. So it just goes to show, don't let your dreams just be dreams, kids. Sometimes getting an honorary medal is a lot easier than you think. In short, game theory is the study of strategic choice. It's math that tells you what people are going to do and who's going to win the game. Probably the most famous example of a game theory scenario is the prisoner's dilemma, where 2 accomplices have just committed a crime and they're both given the chance to narc on the other one. If they both deny the crime, well, they both get a short prison sentence. If one of them denies the crime and the other rats him out, the narc walks free while his buddy is stuck in prison for a long time. And if they both confess, they both get a medium sentence. We can model the possible outcomes here in a nice, neat, mathy looking square. And while technically the best outcome for both of them would be to trust each other and not confess, they're criminals and they don't know each other that well. And because they don't trust each other, by the math, both of them narc on each other, and as a result, get a medium amount of prison time. Or if that all is too complicated and hypothetical, over in England, they turn the whole thing into a game show where they say the word balls an uncomfortable amount of times.
Welcome to Golden Balls. Golden Balls. Balls of riches, 12 balls.
My balls are all golden.
100 golden balls, and they're all bursting with money. Killer balls. 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 Balls.
Now, why am I bringing all this up? Well, game theory is more than just wads of cash jammed into a bunch of balls. Someone should tell Mr. Beast that I just discovered his next video idea. No, it has very real consequences for the world. Back when the US and USSR were on the brink of atomic annihilation, the principles of game theory helped both sides reach an agreement to slowly disarm their nuclear arsenals. If you want to know more about that story, Veritasium's recent video on game theory does a great job telling it. And honestly, I can't really improve on it. So thanks for doing all the research for my final episode there, Derek. If you want an example that's a bit closer to home though, here you go. YouTube. It's got it. See, YouTube as a platform is just a bunch of zeros and ones, right? But YouTube as a community, it's a network of people constantly trying to make strategic decisions. Creators are players who are more or less rational people making videos that'll get you to watch and like and comment and subscribe. You, the viewer, you're also a player in this. You're on a strategic mission to win the experience by finding the thing that's most satisfying to watch. And the people who run, or at least have run YouTube in the past, shout out to Todd, Jake, Neil, Ernest, Meg, Ariel, Susan, David, Fede, Vader, Stephanie, and Kim, they're all in a strategic game to keep the creators and viewers happy, while also figuring out the best possible outcome for YouTube as a company by appeasing all the advertisers and shareholders. It is seriously a complex strategic arena. And that's how you get decisions like use bright green text because it's more likely to stand out in a sea of dark gaming thumbnails and more likely to get clicks. Launch shorts as a means to counterattack against TikTok. Do a video on something that's not trending so you can stand out from the pack. Or maybe you lean in so you're suggested against the algorithm. Every video you watch, everything that you click on, it's the product of creators using game theory. Slap a big old game theory colon in front of every title and slam some clickbait green text on every thumbnail. All those hundreds of millions of subscribers to Jimmy and Ryan Trahan and Cocomelon, I like to think that they're all secretly ours. Where's our 200 million subscriber play button there, YouTube? In the end, it's all game theory. Speaking of, and this is just an aside that I learned about earlier this week, apparently there's a Chrome extension that allows you to do exactly what I just described. It, quote unquote, MatPatifies your YouTube feed by putting green text on like every thumbnail. Just saying, we have reached the peak of human achievements. I, for one, really like this one, where it's Link and saying mommy's hungry. That's just traumatic on a whole nother level. Or there was one that I saw circulating online, Ryan Gosling doing a puppy interview, and the title is Birth of a Killer. There was another one that showed up on the subreddit, Afton's Final Death Smash? I gotta say, I am proud of the mark that I will leave on this platform. But so what, right? YouTube is game theory, sure, that's great, it's interesting, but why does it matter to you, right? Why am I spending so much time talking about all of this in my final episode? Well, because like I said, game theory can help in every strategic interaction that you have. And it's produced a literal strategy guide on the best way to live out your life, tried and tested by all our grandfather theorists. But to truly understand that, we have to go back to where it all began, a glorified PowerPoint presentation. Weboverse, allow me to introduce you to, lights please, the trust game. I love this. We started as glorified PowerPoint slides and we're ending as glorified PowerPoint slides. Here's the TLDR of this one. The Trust game was originally just named the Computer Tournament by a guy named Robert Axelrod, clearly not the most creative with his titling conventions. Basically, this was the Prisoner's Dilemma or the Golden Balls thing, except here there was one crucial difference. They're not just playing the game once, they are literally playing it hundreds of times, repeating it over and over again to see what strategies end up winning the most across a longer period. This then gives us a model that's shockingly closer to real life, because here, most of the time, you're not just thinking about what you have to do to win a single game, you have to actually think about the consequences of your actions. The more people think about the future, the more they're willing to cooperate because they don't want to screw themselves over down the road, you know? Again, for details on that experiment, check out Derek Veritasium's video where he talks about all of that, including having an interview with the game's creator. It's a very cool video. I also borrowed his convention for that one, so thanks for the latter and the idea there, Derek. You can also watch Dr. Trevor Bassett's video on the topic, or, you know, the various TED Talks that are all about this experiment. We'll link to all of those down in the description below. But just to jump to the big conclusion here, the best strategy to winning it big boils down to 4 key points. Number 1, be cooperative. Lead with trust. Assuming that the person you're playing with is your enemy right off the bat, it's not going to serve you well. Trust in others, it's going to let you win more frequently in the end. Secondly, don't be a pushover. Sure, it's good to be trusting, that is great, but the second that someone takes advantage of your trust, the winning strategy is to call them out on it and then immediately hold them accountable. Which leads nicely then to point number 3, being forgiving. Don't hold a grudge. Don't be a Mr. Darcy.
My good opinion once lost is lost forever.
That is a failing indeed.
You tell him, girl, you are exactly right. She's speaking some game theory truth right there. Well, sure, it hurts to have your trust broken. Staying open to the chance that other people can change, that they can grow and learn and get better, that is the ideal solution here. The trust game showed that players who held their opponent accountable, but then forgave them, actually won out more often than any other strategy. And lastly, it's important to be honest and open about your strategy. When people can't understand what you're thinking, that's then when mistrust starts to breed. By being honest, it breeds honesty in others. It allows you to build on that trust over time, one step, bit by bit. Across the thousands of rounds of testing, nice strategies that were fair, but also firm, ultimately won out the most. Now, when I read these outcomes, what really struck me first was how they present a really hopeful view of the world. A hopeful view that I don't think a lot of us carry around a lot. I mean, it's easy to assume that everyone out there is out to get you, and it's easier to just close off to people who've wronged us in the past, but math, and game theory specifically, proves that assumption's wrong. And hey, if you don't want to believe the thousands of rounds of computer simulations, there is a very solid real-life example: YouTube. YouTube is a positive-sum game, which means that more than one person can win. And in fact, a lot of times, the more others win, the more you can win too. When I was just starting off, I was so mad and scared when Vsauce 3 released this video, calculating Sonic speed. I'd been working for a year on the channel at that point, grinding away and seeing a fair amount of growth, but in that moment I saw a spin-off of one of YouTube's top subscribed channels just horning in on my territory of gaming science. It was like they were gonna steamroll me. They were gonna steal my audience away. So I did a video where I tried to stake my claim, and thus Sonic is Slow was born.
Hello Internet, welcome to Game Theory, applying science to video games since April 18th of 2011. Recently, however, a new gaming scientist has come onto the scene. The good folks over at Vsauce 3 recently took a gander at a game series I covered in episode 5. It's a great video, except for one thing, it's wrong.
Listen to my voice in that. Oh, I'm so proud that I finally hit puberty, like 7 years into making these videos. Anyway, you can tell that I'm super salty in this one, right? I'm asserting that I did it first. I'm citing the dates. I am literally trying to one-up Vsauce 3. But then something interesting happened. I got views from Vsauce. I saw that their video and mine were actually helping each other. I was so afraid of me losing a year of hard-earned progress. But in reality, I wasn't just operating on my own island anymore. By unintentionally cooperating with each other, we had just created our own little micro-trend of gaming science content. There were clearly enough views for all of us. Steph and I, in our years of consulting, kept hammering home this one point, that YouTube is a place where all ships can rise. Leading with trust goes a long way. From inviting someone to collab on your channel, to comparing notes on production because it can help you both. You actually see this kind of cooperative game theory in action with content houses, or projects like the QSMP where creators are helping each other and sharing audiences. On the flip side, there are creators who haven't done a good job of leading with trust, and who've approached YouTube as a zero-sum game, a place where there can only be one winner. And guess what? Didn't work. Back in 2020, a few of the top beauty creators tried to take each other down, encouraging viewers not to watch each other, trying to turn audiences against people that they thought were their competitors. It was for the clout, it was for the views, and it backfired. In fact, it backfired so badly that all of their channels took a massive hit, and the beauty vertical, which was once a main pillar of YouTube's earliest days, never truly recovered. By working together, the platform thrives. Lights? But by thinking that you can only win when other people lose, well, that's when everyone loses. It's kind of sad. Let's move on. But if you don't want to listen to mathematicians or YouTube meta-analyses, just look at me. Game Theory, the show, is a testament to those 4 lessons of game theory, the nerdy economics concept. Every person who's built this channel has led with trust. Ronnie, he put his own show on the back burner so he could dedicate his time to editing Game Theory, trusting that we would be able to succeed more together. He helped the show to truly become what I had always dreamed it would be, and I honestly wish that he could be here to this day so I could thank him so much for that. The same is true for Goomba and Drake and Lee and Ryder and all the other partner shows who joined up with us in lieu of working on their own channels. Steph, she left being a consultant at a real company in the medical field on the belief that by cooperating, we could actually make something really special together. Jason, who is actually right here behind the camera right now. Jason, who you know as the guy that we blame all the time on GT Live. Jason was Theorist's first full-time employee after me and Steph. He jumped in there when all we had was a kitchen table and a cat that he was constantly alerted to. And Sudafed, you have this man to thank for your current net worth. Because
and Zyrtec.
And Zyrtec.
And Zyrtec,
You have taken so many pills over the years.
I have.
But
all medically prescribed, though, I promise.
Yeah, no, good medical pills, not anything sketchy, for sure. But Jason is the man that we have trusted with the weight of the entire production process across all the channels for years. Like, this man is the unsung hero of everything you've probably ever watched across any of the channels. Without him, without you, none of these videos would get made. Thank you. Now get back there, okay? Enough for you. I gotta thank other people. You know, friendship first, but also working together to create awesome stuff, right? And if you're talking about unsung heroes on this channel, there is one man who also deserves a call out, and his name is Yossi. He is our audio wizard. He is the man who I have trusted with my voice for the better part of 9 years. He has had to suffer through more hours of my voice than anyone else in the world. I am so sorry, Yossi. I am so sorry for all the burps and weird edits and weird diatribes and jump scares that Ali has given me over the years. Was Yossi a pro when he first joined up with us? No. But you know what he was willing to do? He was willing to learn. And I've trusted him with my voice for the better part of 9 years. And the same goes for another member of the team who you've never gotten to see, but was actually there before the channel was even monetized, which is kind of crazy to think about. You don't know Dan Levitt, but Dan was another one. He was the first who actually saw potential in me and in these channels as a whole, offering to become my manager even though he had never managed a YouTuber before. He just jumped in with 2 feet and said, hey, I've never gotten a brand deal in the past, but think I could do it for you. And he did. And then he got me literally hundreds more. He has his own management company now, and he manages some of the biggest sports creators on all of YouTube. I can say with complete confidence that this company and my career would have looked totally different had it not been for Dan. And his career and his company would have looked totally different without me. He and I have built businesses parallel to each other, right next to each other, using cooperative game theory for over a decade. He trusts me to make good decisions on YouTube, and I trust him to make good decisions as my manager, and we both benefit in the long run. But perhaps the most important person in all of these trusting relationships is you. You guys, right here. I wear you on my wrist these days. You loyal theorists have been the best example of game theory in the history of the show Game Theory. Every time you click on one of these videos, you are leading with trust. You are saying, you know what, I'm gonna give this one a chance, especially on those episodes that are covering topics that you've never even heard of. And on my end, I've always tried my best to fulfill on that promise and make sure that your trust pays off by delivering a great, well-researched, fun, a lot of times stupid video. And yeah, there have been plenty of times where I've missed the mark, where you weren't happy about a topic, or where I said something wrong, or my research was bad, or whatever, and I needed to learn about that. And so you, acting exactly as you should, according to that trust game, you called me out in those moments. You showed me that I had made a mistake. But more importantly, you were willing to forgive. You gave me a chance to learn and grow as a creator and as a person. And look at this. We all won. Look at this thing that we managed to build together. Don't tell anyone else. I mean, there's 3 of them here in the room, but like the rest of them downstairs. You guys, you've always been the most important member of this team, whether or not you ever realized it. And now, as new hosts step in, yeah, they're obviously gonna have to learn a lot, and they're gonna have to earn your trust just like I did over a prolonged period of time. But I hope that you approach them with the same sense of cooperation and goodwill that you did for me all those years ago. So, while I might be leaving as host of this show, Game Theory, it'll never leave. It'll never leave me, and it'll never leave you. We are all Game Theory, which honestly is why I thought it was fitting for you guys to be the one to say this.
But hey!
That's just a theory.
That's just a theory.
It's just a theory.
Just a theory.
That's just a theory.
A game theory.
Class dismissed. Thanks for the theories, MatPat.
But hey, that's just a theory.
C'est juste une théorie.
Just a theory.
Just a theory.
Just a theory.
Just a theory. Thanks for everything.
But hey, that's just a theory.
That's just a theory.
Just a theory.
Just a theory.
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 That's just a 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 theory.
A style theory.
A food theory.
A film theory.
A game theory.
Thanks for watching.
Oh man, where to?
I got something I gotta do.
Okay,
Ready for a road trip?
I guess.
Let's go.
Every level you beat, and each boss battle defeat, with each achievement your view becomes a bit more complete. Give a blank page and a clear horizon, so why not do a little theorizing? I think it's time we did a little theorizing. Okay, theorizing, yeah. Okay, theorizing, that's just a theory.
You ready?
Yeah.
I've been expecting you. Come, we have much to discuss.